Well,
I always feel the pressure at this part.
I know.
But then when she get into it,
I've forgot the theme song. It's been so long.
And that'll just be fading out the new, and then here we go.
we started.
It's summer, it's super, it's fantastic, it's the good bit. Oh, I'll say that now. Anyway, welcome. It's me, Aron Dochard. I'm putting on a voice. I don't mind.
I always put on a voice when I'm around Aron.
Euan. Yes. What bit? What bit? That bit.
Oh, aye.
The good bit.
It's
Welcome,
back.
folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 5. We're here to discuss the best of all movies, and really we should say our favourites of the favourites. All of our favourite movies clammed into one episode, into one countdown. Here we go. My name is Chris Moffat, and joining me on the panel today is, of course, my trusty co-host, Aron Dochard.
Good morning.
Yes.
It is.
It is
early.
morning. This
Yeah.
is the earliest we've done one, I think.
Yeah.
morning.
And Euan Fergo.
Yes, returning to the show.
It is I.
That has to be your catchphrase now when you come on.
Why
It is
go?
I.
It is
You
I.
should say, it is him, Euan Ferguson.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
so
It's
I
your
go
catfish.
Catfish.
catfish
Catfridge.
and the bottom.
And the bottom.
Okay.
It is I.
Yubo. What? Did we muck it up?
I don't know.
Don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Hey,
This is
sorry.
another exciting edition of the Good Bit Movie Podcast, but not your conventional episode.
Has been a while, actually.
Has been.
You know why? Because I've not seen any films because it's been such lovely weather.
Yes, it's been lovely weather. That's one reason, but also we've all been in shows
Yes.
that's kept us busy.
Well.
It's just been lovely weather for me, to be honest. And we've seen theatre instead.
We have seen theatre. We've been to a lot of shows recently.
Yeah.
We could. Yeah.
We could talk about that, but that'd be boring, so we're not gonna.
The next episode will be about a film. And this episode is not about a specific film. This episode is about our favourite films of all time.
Top 15.
We were going to go top 20. We thought that was way too many. I still think 15 is pushing it, but I don't want to leave any classics out.
No.
No. How was your process of preparing your list? Was it easy? Was it difficult?
It was difficult. I wrote out in no particular order what I thought were my favourite films, and then I sort of sorted that out.
Yes,
last
I
week.
love making lists and stuff.
I do. Yeah.
It's so much fun. I would do it for, I did YouTube for years, and I'd love to do top 10 matches to ever happen in the wrestling or whatever. And it'd take me ages to do.
I used to make PowerPoints as a kid.
Yeah.
Best tennis matches ever. I would.
That's a
I'd
good
still do it today. I'm going to do them later, actually. You've been
what,
spying.
what in your opinion is the best tennis match of all time?
Wow. Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Well, I saw Nadal versus Murray in the O2. I was there.
That's the one then.
For me, that was, and
Cool.
it was like a 3-setter thriller, if you know what that means. Loved it.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your list making time?
My tennis list making.
No, yeah.
I don't watch tennis.
No, your movie list time making list.
Yeah. Well, on the tennis one. No, I don't have a tennis list. But for the movie one, yeah, I did that. Like, I just kind of wrote out films that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
That's what's about, isn't it?
And,
Yeah, that's the key.
And then just put them in an order. But it was hard because I was worried that, like,
I was doing it
because I was going online. I was looking at IMDb and stuff, and I was like, oh sugar.
Yeah.
There, I remember
You
that
forget
film.
about
That
that one,
film, yeah. Some of them surprised me actually, like on the top ones.
Yeah. And also something we should say is I'm a big fan of just making it like a particular type of film as a whole, like a genre or a saga or a trilogy or something. What we've went with is
individual films.
Yeah.
Because that's what they are.
We can't just say Star Wars or whatever or Harry Potter or whatever. It has to be a particular
Apart
one.
from Marvel, there's no individual film.
It's
all the same.
So that's why, I love Star Wars very much. I wasn't going to include all 7 on my top 15.
Yeah.
I have 3 on there.
I nearly had 3.
I don't have any.
No?
Wow.
Like, I do like Star Wars, and it's a good. I probably should actually have one on.
It's
but
just
I
spoilers
just,
for our lists. We shouldn't talk about it really.
Yeah,
Just gets to-
but yeah.
What's the format? You said you had
Well, I had a format because we're going to get through a lot of it. I'm thinking, we've got some suggestions from some listeners, which I appreciate you sending in. But I think what we should do is we should rattle through our 15 to 11 picks. Just bang, 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 bang.
As in, like, what's your 15? What's my 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe just do it individually. My 15 to 11, your 15 to 11, your 15 to 11. And then...
If we all did it.
I know, and right, so for those ones...
Yeah.
And then the top 10s, we go 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, and we sort of explain why it's on the list.
Okay.
Instead of being here the whole 15 times, it may take a while.
Yeah.
And then in between our own lists, we could read a suggestion from the audience.
Sure.
I just thought maybe...
Yeah. You lead the way, brother.
I think if we do 15 to 11, 15 to 11, 15 to 11, 15 to 11.
And then...
And between them, we'll read thingies, and then after all the things have been read out, it's our own ones, 10,
top
10,
10. Okay. Cool.
You know what I mean?
We've worked it
Cool.
out.
Got it.
We should have discussed before.
We should, but we thought you have to explain it to you.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with a suggestion from a listener, and I know is the number one fan of the show, a little boy from Perth, and his name is Jack Hogg.
Oh really?
And it's nice of him to send in this because we know he's been a big fan for a long time, and we've received some cards and stuff from him in the past. He has been on before. So thank you, Jack, for sending in some suggestions. We're on live on Aron's Snapchat right now. Hi.
Keep going.
And Jack, happy birthday! It was your birthday yesterday, Jack, and Jack sent in his top 3.
Oh, did he?
It's top 3.
Jack's number 3 favourite of all time is Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Wow, I'm proud of him.
Jack also suggested his number 2 would be The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh.
And Jack's favourite film of all time, Good Will Hunting.
I knew it. He loves Good Will Hunting. Yeah, he showed. I watched that with him for the first time. Actually, he showed me it.
Yeah, nice.
It's a great time.
I haven't seen it. No. Me neither.
It's on Netflix now, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been meaning to watch it. You know the way you go,
it's good.
I'll watch that.
Watch that, and you never do.
Yeah, it is one of the ones. It's like a must-see sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So thank you, Jack. Hope you had a nice birthday. You're a good backflipper, and thank you for being such a big fan of the show. So Euan, do you want to do your 15 to 11?
Can I go blow my nose?
Yeah, bring me a hanky as well. My nose is running. We're all loaded with the cold.
Right. Well, I made a
Do your 17.
a 17.
We were trying to be funny.
Yeah.
We were trying to be funny, and the original thing was 17 favourite.
So I took that too literally and actually did it.
Yeah.
But my 17 and my 17's 4 Lions.
I've never seen it.
It's
I've never seen
it's a
it
film
either.
4 film. It's about
really?
4 British Muslims, and they try to make a big terrorist plot. It's very funny.
Nice.
And 16 is 7.
Oh, I heard that's very good.
7
Oh,
is very
7.
good. Yeah,
Not seen
in middle sins. Yeah, we won't talk about them. We go. So 15 to 11. 15, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh,
I've not seen it.
Me neither.
I want to.
I didn't watch it in Rebellion. I was like, I'm not watching that. After
Mel
Because
Gibson?
it won over the Oscars, yeah.
I'm not watching
No,
that.
but actually after the Oscars, I watched it again and I was like, no, it was like everything's so like crisp. Everything looks really good. 14 is Anchorman 2.
Anchorman 2.
2.
See, that's what I love about these lists because they're so subjective. It can be anything.
Because Anchorman isn't first Anchorman isn't on this list at all.
I've not seen the second Anchorman. I love the first one.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I don't know. I just prefer the second one. I like the first one. The first one's fun. But
Did you see the second one in cinemas?
Yeah.
That may be it.
I think that's what it is. 13, No Country for Old Men.
Love it.
Ooh.
Also
Yeah.
on my list.
That's a good
Really?
one.
Yeah.
I like that one. Have you ever
Weird ending.
Like,
One of the best villains ever.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Yeah, scary.
12, Hateful Eight.
Nice.
Nice.
Hateful Eight, number 12. And 11, High School Musical 2.
Oh, you
Have to-
have my heart.
Have to put High School
I
Musical 2
didn't put it on because I thought
No, you could have put 2 on.
No, do you know, I thought, like, oh no, it's meant to be serious. But I was like, no, this is serious.
Right.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm not going to show you my 15, but I made a top 20 just in the spirit of look at my 16.
Alright. Oh,
High School
that's
Musical.
17.
So it was on there if we're doing
Okay.
top 17, but because we moved to 15, it's missing out. So I did have High School Musical. Well, thank you, Euan. There's some interesting choices.
Yes, there's no problem.
Suggestions from one of the listeners, a good friend of mine, Kieran Dolan. Thank you for sending in your suggestions. His number 3 is Step Brothers. His number 2 is Forrest Gump.
Oh, okay.
And his favourite film of all time is Back to the Future.
I've not seen it.
Are you joking?
I told you the other
I
day.
know you did, yeah.
Back to the Future.
So thank you, Kieran.
I only seen Back to the Future, well, not recently, it was like 3 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Watched them all.
Are they good?
They are good.
Are they worth the
Feel
hype?
good films, yeah.
They're
Nice,
amazing, yeah,
nice.
amazing. So thank you,
I'll watch
Kieran. You want to do your thing there or I'll do it?
I'll do it. I'll do
Go
it.
on then.
Let me open my
Make me
nose.
laugh.
I'll make you laugh. I don't know if I will.
What I was going to say as well, I mean, lots of people do their countdowns, like their top
Yeah,
10s
they
or
do.
whatever, but we know our stuff. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. This isn't just any top 10.
No.
This is an expert's top 15.
Well, me, yeah, I don't really know my stuff, but here we go. 15 is School of Rock.
Oh. Nice sentimental pick, I love it.
Sentimental. Well, actually not sentimental. I love the film.
Great film, yeah.
Music and Jack Black.
Yeah.
Reminds me of music in high school. On like the last day, we just put School of Rock on, and it was always School of Rock.
Yeah.
Because it was like a movie, but it also had a link to.
Whenever it's on the telly, if I was flicking through channels, I have to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm like, right, I'll watch it. Right. 14, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. And by that sort of kind of represents the trilogy.
Whole thing, yeah.
Not the Crystal Skull. The trilogy, because Indiana Jones, Man Crush Monday.
Harrison
Ford.
Ford.
It's Friday, Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones. Oh.
It's a new one, isn't it? It's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll see it. I just don't.
Crystal Skull. Anyway, we're not dwelling on that.
No, we're not dwelling on that. We're going right to
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
13, another Olgin, Jurassic Park.
Oh.
In my opinion, overrated. I think.
Not me, because when I was younger,
One? Just
one, but that also sort of represents.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But one's my favourite.
Yeah.
I didn't particularly like the new one. I was a little bit disappointed because the ending. What?
No.
The ending.
What?
I mean, come on. I'm not going to spoil it, but watch it and you'll know what I mean. But yeah, Jurassic Park. I was in. You've not seen it?
I've not seen the new one.
Oh, you were both joking with me.
I don't want to.
Do you want me to tell you the ending?
Yeah, go
on. Spoiler. Big spoiler.
Jurassic World.
30 seconds. Just mute it for 30 seconds and then unmute if you don't want to know. This is what happens. So, in the end, the big monster is defeated by a Tyrannosaurus Rex with the help of a Velociraptor. They team up together. They
become a team.
Ridiculous.
That's interesting.
And you've unmuted.
And we're back
Welcome
in the room.
And you're back in the room. Okay, let's not dwell on it. I loved dinosaurs as a kid. Number 12, The Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Chris.
No, that's fine.
I actually only watched that
It's a
recently.
popular choice.
I actually watched it recently, but recently. But I cried, I laughed. I didn't laugh actually. I just cried. Yeah, it's just
Fair enough,
engrossing,
yeah,
and I feel like I'm not going to dwell on it. Sorry. Yeah.
That was your 12.
Was it my 12?
Yeah, that was.
My 12?
Oh, you've said
11. No, that was my 12.
Sorry.
11. Inglorious Bastards.
Nice. We just still haven't watched.
Which you still haven't watched. I was going to buy it for you. Actually.
Yeah, and Blazing Saddles. You know, give me back.
Yep, I'll get that to you.
It's alright.
Damn, remind me.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, right? What was my 11?
Inglourious.
Inglourious Bastards. Yes.
Tarantino.
War film. Beautiful.
Sweet.
Not beautiful.
Good. It's beautiful.
It is
Sure.
beautiful.
In some aspects, yes.
Sick choice, bruv. Inglourious is this. Another suggestion. Thomas Elvin sent in 5.
Okay. Hello, Thomas.
Superman 2.
Hey. Is that
Superman
4?
2.
5? That's 5?
There's no order.
Okay, there's just 5 top films.
Okay. Superman 2.
Superman
We'll
2.
put them in the order.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh.
Okay.
Represent.
Heroes.
Airplane, also big favourite.
Oh, yep.
Die Hard.
Ooh.
And his number 1 favourite is Empire Strikes Back.
Nice. I respect you for your first
Good
one, not the other
choices.
ones.
Good choices, Thomas.
No, I'm joking.
I'll do my 15 to 11. I made a top 20 in case we want to do honourable mentions. But the 15, my 15, The Naked Gun
I've not seen it.
with Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
What's that?
Just
Oh, it's so funny.
physical comedy at its absolute finest, and also just normal comedy at absolute finest.
It's just like, it's like Airplane, but
Less silly.
yeah. No, it's yeah.
Okay,
It's kind of
different
just
ways, yeah.
that silly.
I loved it. I watched it as a kid when I shouldn't have. And,
Yep.
I always
dad
remember
got it for me.
always remember seeing him on the giraffe when the giraffe's running out the zoo, and just thinking this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. So it had to be on my list at some point. So number 15 is The Naked Gun. My number 14 is The Wolf of Wall Street.
That's low. Low down.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just happy made there. Which is
Yeah. At least it's on the list.
Wolf of Wall Street. My 14. My number 13 is No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Was it the same? You 13 as well.
What was mine? No, No Country for Old Men was 13. 13.
Yeah, his was 13
Mine
as
is
well.
13 as well. Which is so in sync.
He's looking at it again. I need to blow my nose again.
Yes, we're the same.
sick.
I was
Yeah.
laughing because I knew he said.
I know.
Anyway, sorry, carry on, Chris.
Moving on.
So yeah, amazing film. My number 12 is Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3.
Really?
Now, I always had Empire Strikes Back in front of this one. However, recently we've been quoting it non-stop, and I watched it and I realised how bad it is and how much I love it because of how bad it is.
Well, I love it. I just love it.
I
Full
love it
stop.
too, yeah.
It's the first Star Wars I've seen in the film.
In the cinema.
In the
Me too.
cinema.
Me too. Revenge of the Sith. And my number 11, which so this speaks for itself, would be for Revenge of the Sith and No Country for Old Men and stuff. But if we weren't doing like individual films, this would be in my top 10. I've had it as my number 10 spot for about a year now. But my number 11 on this particular list is Boyhood.
Oh,
I forgot about that one.
It's just beautiful,
Yeah.
and the guy grows up in the same age range as us. You know, when he's 18, I was 18. Do you know, or I am 18, but do you know what I mean? When
When he's
watched
18, I was 18.
it, you know, when
Yeah,
I watched it,
yeah.
I was 18, and I
Yeah,
was like, I just left for college and stuff, and it's just growing up, singing High School Musical, talking about Revenge of the Sith and things.
I saw that one in cinemas.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
The music is beautiful in it. The soundtrack's amazing.
I would really recommend.
Boyhood.
It's got one of your favourite songs.
Number 11. One of my favourite songs.
One of my favourite songs as well, actually.
So yeah,
That was your number. Okay.
that's my number 11. Boyhood.
So here we go, big
Well,
money.
we got to read
time.
out some more suggestions.
Oh, sorry.
Reese Wood, big fan of the By the Way podcast.
Oh, hey, Reese.
Well, Reese.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fan of the By the Way podcast, and that's how you kind of talked me through that. So
At least somebody's listening.
yes,
Yeah. Well, Reese, I recommend a good bit.
he's listening now. So
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
He will listen. Reese. Hi,
Number
Reese.
three,
Excuse
Rocky.
me.
Oh, Mason would like that.
Mason would
I've
like
not
that.
seen any of them.
Number 2, of course, Shawshank.
Good
And
man.
number 1, Terminator 2.
Ooh.
Another favourite from Mason.
Yeah. He and Mason would get on.
Yeah, I feel like they would. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just read the last one from my good friend Fraser. One of my best friends,
Oh,
Fraser.
is it Fraser?
Oliver Fraser.
Well, I've met him as well. Met him
Yeah,
in the garage.
Fraser, the one that was in Garage.
The one in
I've only
Garage.
met you when I was
like,
drunk.
hey, you're
Yes.
Chris's pal.
His number 3 is Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yes.
His
Oh,
number
yeah.
2 is Shawshank.
Oh, yes.
And number 1 is Back to the Future.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes, I'm sure it's great.
So now it's time once again for everybody to come on board the whole train, and let's do our top 10 favourite movies of all time.
Number 10 for Chris.
Shall I start things off?
Okay.
My number 10 is the first and only Tarantino movie on my list.
Oh,
First and
mine is
only.
riddled with them.
My number 10, 1994 classic, Pulp Fiction.
Fiction.
Yeah. I can
Love
watch it
it.
over and over and over again.
Seen it.
The-
And it has
really?
sentimental value.
You'll love
You
it.
only seen it recently, didn't
Yeah.
you? Aaron?
I watched it right there once.
Yeah. You watched it after Hateful Eight, didn't you?
Yeah.
We were on the subway and I was like, you've got to watch it because
And I
you-
did.
you
It's on
love Hateful Eight
Netflix.
so much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it? Girl.
I've got the Blu-ray if you want to borrow it.
Oh.
I've got a story about-
I don't
I've got
have
s-
a Blu-ray player, but.
I'll blow you out. No,
You
you
got
watch it on
PS3?
Netflix.
Pardon? I'll just go Netflix. But thank you.
It's on Netflix.
I've got a story about Pulp Fiction. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I love how all the stories come together. The opening scene is one of my favourite scenes in the history of movies.
The opening.
With the cheeseburger and stuff, and the Bruce Willis scenes, you know, Uma Thurman scenes, John
Zed's
Travolta
dead.
dancing.
Zed's dead.
It's just awesome and.
Is Pulp Fiction in Tarantino's movie universe? Or is it in
Yeah.
his real
Yeah.
universe?
Maybe universe, yeah, because I got the red apple cigarettes and stuff.
No.
Oh, you mean his
Because
new
he
world
in
and
his universe there's the movie universe and the
There's
the movie there's a I can't
It's
explain.
like I don't know if it's the people in Pulp Fiction can go to the cinema to watch something, or it's the other way about.
So
I see, right. Okay.
people in
It's like people in
like Reservoir
Pulp
Dogs.
Fiction can go and
Go-
watch Kill Bill.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
Oh, I
something
see.
like
Or they're all intertwined together.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Okay. I don't know. That.
No, it's in the
I
real
get what you
universe.
mean.
It's in the real universe because John Travolta's character is the brother of Michael's what's his face.
Yeah, from
Reservoir
Reservoir
Dogs.
Dogs. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Which is your 18.
Which is my 18th part.
And they can go and see.
That's my 18th.
And they can go and see other.
Kill Bill.
Maybe it's Kill Bill or
What? It's Kill Bill. I've not seen Kill Bill.
Kill Bill's great.
Kill Bill's good.
But you need to watch
But-
two of them. They come as a two. It's not like a sequel. But it's like the whole story is two of them.
Oh right.
It's like Volume 1, Volume
Yeah.
2.
Right. Okay.
So it's not like they made Kill Bill 2 to follow up from Kill Bill 1.
It's a story.
like a running thing.
Right. Well, that's 10 for you.
Although it always does come up as Kill Bill 2 when it's on TV.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, my number 10 is Pulp Fiction.
Cool.
My number 10 is my first Star Wars. Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith.
Love it.
Revenge of
I love
the
it.
Sith.
I love General Grievous. I love everyone in
General
it.
Grievous.
He's my favourite character.
General Kenobi.
I remember I'd watched Star Wars: Attack of the Clones on VHS over and over and over and over and over as a kid, and I was like, wow. And I remember going to the cinema to watch Revenge of the Sith and being heartbroken. All my favourite characters were dying, and Mace Windu, I was like, no. And then I didn't understand, but I did at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Revenge of the Sith.
I thought Hayden Christensen was so cool. Like, just
I did.
So
Yeah,
cool.
I know.
I only
Before we
recently,
were actors.
I only recently sort of gauged that everyone hated him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate him, but you know.
Not hated him. Everyone thought his
But
acting.
at the same time, it kind of suits that for that part.
Well,
Yeah.
he's been good in other things. He was good in something else.
Yeah,
haven't seen
he
him
got a
in
lot.
anything
Yeah, there was
A lot of buzz
film
about him.
that he got a lot of praise for, and then
Was it?
after the Star Wars, it kind of just all went downhill.
Poor guy.
He was he played someone. He played like a real life person.
Yeah.
And he got a yeah.
I
Because
feel
it
like, I
was-
feel like since it's such a big role and Star Wars revolves around him, basically, with
You have
Darth
to.
Vader as well. If you see him in another thing, I'll be thinking of Anakin.
Which is a
Do
shame.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'll always be thinking, and he's going to become Darth Vader soon,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's in another film.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You get me?
I get you, bruv. Moving on. 10 for you in
10 from me. Toy Story.
Oh, nice pick.
1.
Toy Story.
Or all of them, really. But that's not allowed.
No.
Individual film.
It's Toy Story 2 because
Uh,
I did write down Toy Story, but then I forgot to put the 2. Toy Story 2. I do like Toy Story 1, but Toy Story 2, it just
Touches your heart a little bit.
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
that whole bit with Jessie and the song. You know.
I don't remember.
I get mixed up between all of them.
Toy
But-
Story
but I had
2
Toy
and
Story 2 on
Jessie, and then
video.
it's about
Yeah.
when she got left, and her owner
Yeah,
didn't want her
vaguely,
anymore.
yeah.
I always remember that. I don't know why. Toy
Oh.
Story 2, I just love it, and the chicken man, come on down to the
Oh.
wherever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, come on down to there.
Owls, farm, something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Toy Story 2, good
Toy
choice.
Story 2,
Good,
Toy
good
Like
shout.
it, love it,
good
love
shout.
it.
Good shout. My number 9 was always very, very, very high up on my list. And then when I was making this list, I was thinking, why is that still up there? I've not watched it in years.
And
So I watched it the other night and I was like, it's a great film. It can't not be in my top 10, but is it really? It was my number 4. I was like, is it really my number 4?
Oh, wow.
So I moved it down my list to put other things in front of it, and it's now my number 9, equally as good. And it is, of course, The Dark Knight.
Oh.
The 1.
The second one, the
So
Dark Knight
Heath Ledger.
with Heath Ledger. Yeah.
Okay.
It was always my number 4 on my top 5 ever, and then I watched it the other night, and I was like, I can't. It's not better than the ones.
Heath Ledger. If Heath Ledger wasn't in it, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
that great.
His performance is it's stunning. It's amazing. It's a shame what happened. I'm kind of scared for Jared Leto. What's going to happen
Well,
to him?
I've
when
seen
this movie
interviews
comes out.
after, and he seems alright.
Yeah, cool. He's
Although
a really
Heath
nice
Ledger
guy.
seemed alright after.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But the whole film is great. Like, and I always thought as Batman, I'm going to need to remind myself of the story of Batman. But I watched it and don't need to. You can just pick up whenever.
He sort of gives you it.
Harvey Dent is brilliant. I like Christian Bale. Michael Caine is phenomenal.
Gary Oldman. Oh.
Gary Oldman. You
Shout
get
out to
Morgan
my boy.
Freeman. You get Morgan Freeman. You get everyone. Great film. Heath Ledger's just incredible.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
He's like
Aaron
that.
Eckhart.
Yeah.
And Jake Gyllenhaal's sister plays Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joseph
Right.
Gordon-Levitt isn't in that one. No.
Was he not?
Did I just make that up? Is he in the
Oh,
Baby?
yeah.
He's in Rises.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But anyway, yeah. Dark Knight is my number 9.
Good choice. Mesmerising performance by Heath Ledger. It's like a football commentary.
Yeah.
Watch him go.
What a goal.
9 for me is it came out last year. This film, I went to see it in cinema. It mesmerised me. It's not classic at all, but it's based on the TV series, the old TV series. It's The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I don't know if you've seen it. It came out
Alright.
last year. It's a Guy Ritchie film.
You've got it up there.
I do actually.
It's Superman. Isn't it?
Yes, it's Superman and that Swedish
Yeah.
actress who is amazing. Everyone in it is so fast paced and it keeps you interested, and it's like a spy film. Doesn't take itself too seriously. I want them to be a sequel. There might be a trilogy after it. You should really see it. It's a Guy Ritchie film. It's you in. I was on a roll. That's my bed.
I didn't even. It just slid out.
I wonder if you'll.
There was no stopping it.
Turn it up for that bit.
Guy Ritchie film.
Guy Ritchie film. Now from Uncle is brilliant. There we go. That's my number 9.
It's your number 8, you?
No, what?
Number 9.
Born Supremacy.
Oh, interesting.
I was Run cracker. Anyway, I was on. I was on IMDb scrolling through all films, and The Bourne Ultimatum came up, and I went, "Oh, I like that film." And then I went, "Do you know what? I prefer this Bourne Supremacy." It's the second one. I always feel like in trilogies, second one is sometimes usually the most
memorable.
Sometimes usually. Sometimes always.
Sometimes once in a while.
The best one. Is that what you
That's
mean?
a lot of the time is the best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like in trilogies, or do you know what I mean?
Nah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I get you.
But yeah, Bourne Supremacy, Matt Damon.
I've not seen it.
It's very good. It's like James Bond, but it's not. It's different.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
good.
It's and it's like guys,
Matt Damon.
you have to think about it as well. Sometimes it's good. And there's a new one coming out. Looking forward to it.
Is there?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I've not seen any of them.
I think
It's called The Bourne something.
I'll watch that.
The Born.
The
The
Reborn.
Born again.
Born again.
Or
Born this way.
7 or whatever.
Number 8 for Chris.
My number 8 again is in the one I had on my list and didn't know what to do with it. Rewatched it and thought it's staying exactly where it is. Back to the Future.
Fair.
It gets better and better every time you watch it. It's such a special film when you watch it. It's everything about it is so well done. It just seems special. It seems big, and it seems very clever. Music's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's Hay Lewis in the news.
Hay Lewis in the news, yeah. Power Love and Johnny B. Good and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Back in Time stuff. Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
I must watch that.
All I got to say.
You've seen that stuff though. I think it's not the first one. I think it's the second one. But it's like they predicted stuff that's happened now.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Disney buying Star Wars is the most creepy one.
And apart from the hologram shark thing, I've seen a video on that. Because there's a big shark.
There's a theory on YouTube.
Jaws 15 or something.
Yeah. You should watch it on YouTube. There's one that's Back to the Future predicts 9/11. Right? No. And they definitely didn't.
Oh, right, okay.
But when you watch it, it's like some guy is trying to convince you. And at some points you're like,
oh, wait,
really?
What?
But then you're like, oh, for God's sake! No, definitely not.
That's like when someone tried to convince me on YouTube that Supreme Leader Snoke was Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe it is. Watch the video, it's about an hour long. I watched the whole thing. I think it is.
One of the things on that 9/11 thing was like when he goes to the the mall and like the sign.
Oh yeah.
The sign is like the time of it is like 1:16, and if you turn it upside down, it makes 9/11 or something.
Oh, okay.
And it's like as if it's going to. And then the one that got me though is the film The Walk came out in 2015.
Yeah.
Which is about the Twin Towers. And in Back to the Future 2, they go back to 2015. So it's like
that's tenuous.
And you're like, alright. But other than that, you're like, why am I watching this?
Number is it what we on? 8 for me.
Number 8, yes. I'm roasting.
Why don't you take your clothes off? Mine number 8 is windows open, Chris.
I know.
Stop walking about.
My head's really sore.
Before we start the show,
Euan banged his head real bad.
Just
oh god.
His head off the thing.
Is it
got big
really bad?
Very bad shot to the head.
It's just a bit sore. Right, but
my number 8 is the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, I was going to put that on.
I watched it the other night just for this.
Wes
Yeah,
Anderson.
big
I really want to watch Wes Anderson's back catalogue now. Not got a chance to.
There's one that I want to see. I can't remember.
Moonrise Kingdom. Might be that one.
Is that animation?
No, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Are you talking about?
No. That's
Fantastic
Wes Anderson.
Mr. Fox is good.
Yes, Wes Anderson.
Is it?
That's
Meryl
Wes
Streep's
Anderson,
in it.
yeah.
Is Fantastic Mr. Fox Wes Anderson?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
I've not seen it. I have seen it, but I haven't.
Excellent movie.
It is good. Moonrise Kingdom, yeah, who's in that?
The same cast as Grand Budapest Hotel.
Is it
basically.
really?
Yeah. Same actors, but different.
Right.
But the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, the cast and the symmetry and the imagery and the music and the pictures and the style and the pace and the acting.
And it's what comedy acting in movies today are missing.
It makes you laugh, and they don't self-indulge in it. They just sort of move on, and
it's great. You're like, what?
The first moment you laugh at is when the concierge is a guy starts choking in the lobby, and it sort of zooms in, and she goes, "Shit, shit," and it sort of runs. It's just that moment, and you're like,
it's so natural.
It's just all he said was shit. I watched Grand Budapest Hotel when it came out on Netflix, and I watched it 4 times in the space of 2 days. 4 times to try and pick up different things.
Yeah, it's great fun.
I did.
I just feel like now to make a successful comedy movie, it needs to be something too.
And it's got to have Will Ferrell in it.
And it has to play off of something that happened in an old movie, whereas this is just like, let's just write a silly movie that makes you have fun when you watch it.
It wasn't even that silly. You could believe it.
No, I know, but you know the way
I know what you mean.
Fast paced, they're sort of running around and stuff, and it's just, I don't know, it's excellent.
Absolutely. They weren't trying to do anything. They were just,
let's try and entertain folk, you know.
Yeah.
It's what comedy's missing these days.
Yeah. And I'm going to watch it again soon.
Yeah.
You in number 8.
Number 8 for me is Superbad.
Oh!
Superbad. Because the 2 main characters are based on Seth Rogen and his friend.
Yeah.
Evan something, I can't remember.
Seth Rogen not directed it.
Did he? He produced it maybe? He wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the 2 main characters are called Seth and Evan. And it's Seth, but Jonah Hill plays Seth. Yeah, just funny. Like, again, it was kind of like it was just it wasn't trying to be anything other than just funny, like just something funny. And I think that's why it's done well.
I remember watching that when I was too young.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Because it came out 2007. We were
how old was we?
What?
God,
jeez, I don't know.
9, 10.
10.
Yeah, 9, 10.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not good for our generation.
Obviously, didn't watch it. Well, we probably watched it when we were about 10.
I did.
Because when it came out,
I did when it
about 10.
Did it go straight to DVD?
I think I was about 12.
I think it would have been in the cinemas. We just wouldn't have been able to see it.
I've got it in the house.
Yeah, I got it in the house.
Yeah, I think it was the first film I watched that I really thought, wow, this isn't suited for me. But there's a draw with that. You're like, wow.
Yeah, I was like American Pie. I was like, I recorded American Pie and put it onto a DVD so I could watch it in my room, so my parents wouldn't see me watching it.
Yeah.
I was like 14 and it was a 15, but you know what I mean? I was like, oh my god.
I mean, there's a sex scene.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was. I just generally thought.
She's a dance thing.
I didn't know.
What are they doing, Mum?
Special cuddle. That's what I used to call it.
Special cuddle.
Which I still think is a nice way of looking at it.
It is a nice way of looking at it.
Yeah, special.
I give special cuddles.
Do you, Chris?
Yes, to numerous people. Right,
Moving on. Yeah, moving on.
My number 7. I love Christmas, and Christmas is my favourite holiday, and I have 2 Christmas movies on my top 10. The first one is here. My number 7 is Elf. Jon Favreau, Will Ferrell. It's just
dream team.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and every single year I watch it. Every single year for the past how many? Since 2003, since it came out, and it's better. Not better, but it's exactly how you remember it, and it makes you feel so Christmassy.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, 10 p.m. Ready to go to bed. Open your presents in the morning. They sing Christmas songs. They have Christmas music in the background. They make you laugh.
The snooing.
They have snowball fights. It's the ultimate Christmas film.
I always didn't like the fact that a lot of people hated Will Ferrell because of that film.
I don't know why. I think it's amazing in it.
Yeah.
I've not heard this.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, sort of started there, did it not? But I think I find him very funny.
Some people say to me, "Oh, it shouldn't be on your list because it's a Christmas film and you can only watch it in December." Fair enough, but I watch it every December. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's on my list.
Okay.
So number 7 is Elf.
And you don't watch films like the same film every month.
I don't watch the Avengers just because I'm going to see an Avengers film.
Yeah, exactly. You probably don't watch your number 1 every year.
All the time, yeah.
So
No, yeah.
my number 7 is a Will Ferrell film too.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah.
7.
It's also a Christmas
Teaser.
film.
Ooh.
Sorry,
7
On you go.
is a 2013 or 2014? 2013 Western. Directed by the man himself.
I know.
I know what it is, yeah.
Yeah. It's Django Unchained.
Django.
Oh.
Django.
Just a classic Western.
Amazing movie, yeah.
Classic. It's a black Western with Jamie Foxx playing the lead.
Racist.
It's very racist.
It's very true.
It's very true. He gets to kill all the white folks. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
which is actually surprisingly
It's-
enjoyable to watch
yeah.
as a white person.
Yeah, no, I love that. Django Unchained.
The whitest of the people.
Yeah, no.
Just a classic
Yeah, go
revenge story in its
Jamie
town,
Foxx
you know,
is
the music.
Yeah.
And one of my favourite movie scenes of all time when Leo smashes his hand and keeps going in that.
That's acting.
That's acting.
Acting.
Act 1.
What's your number
Number
7?
My number 7. Oh yeah, Will Ferrell film, Christmas film. Not really a Christmas film, but it is to me. Just because the first time I watched it was Christmas Eve, and it is Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nearly on mine.
Step Brothers.
film.
It's just. It's.
I know, I know.
There's a Christmas
and
bit
there's
in
the
it.
Christmas bit in it as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
always remember that because he's getting his bum spanked,
Yeah.
and it's so funny. It's just so funny.
That's one of my favourite comedies.
Step Brothers gets funnier and funnier every time, I
Yeah,
think.
and I said
Yeah.
to you before, I wish I had seen that. Like I was old
Yeah.
enough to see that in the cinema,
Oh,
or I
really?
wish I wish it came out tomorrow.
now. Oh,
And you just go and see it for the first time. You'd be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. The first time I watched it, I didn't even find it funny.
really?
I found it
Yeah.
funny, but every time you watch it, there's just new things you're like, "Oh, really?"
just
subtle.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
like
yeah.
Amazing.
I remember watching it on Netflix and I kept going back and watching bits again.
Yeah.
It took me hours to watch
That's
it. 'cause
when
I
you
kept
know.
going back
That's
and
when
back.
you know it's a good movie.
Yeah.
When you go back to watch things.
Yeah.
During the movie.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
physically stop the movie.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy. Even the outtakes of it as well.
Oh, the outtakes.
Hilarious.
But the wolf pack with Galco.
Little pup is unnamed
Why?
because you can't put a name on
On
their
face.
I'm not going to call him Dad. Not even if there's a fire. Okay, my number 6 is another Christmas film.
Jesus.
And my number 6 is Home Alone 2,
Oh,
Lost in New York.
Nice.
A childhood favourite, to be honest with you. And when I was younger, one of my biggest fears was being left home alone.
Okay, but Home Alone.
I hated being left home alone, and then the fact that this little boy who was smaller than I was able to set all these traps up and scare these scary men away, just totally mesmerised me. Then I found out there was a second one, and I watched it, and it was in New York, which was always been a dream of mine to go to.
Yeah.
And he's in New York on his own. I couldn't imagine being here on my own. Do you know what I mean? The fact that in New York, or whatever. So, yeah, Home Alone 2 is my favourite one of the whole Home Alone series, because we all know 3 and 4 are utter classics as well.
Don't watch them.
Don't watch them. They ruin your life. But I think because
but
when
but still, they're still funny.
I've
because
all
watched
right.
them since I watched them one time. But like I feel as if 1 and 2 are so strong. 1 and 2 are so strong. It's all right. You know, it doesn't ruin it. You know what I mean? So yeah, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
Number 6 for me. I wanted to put it as 8, but it's just not because I just couldn't get enough. It was one of my best movie-going experiences. This is why it's here. Hateful Eight. I went to see it with these two gentlemen by my side.
That was a
And
great
we
day.
could not stop laughing. We could not stop watching.
Grabbing
no,
each other
it's just-
and tension.
we, of course, Tarantino fell out with Cineworld, and
Cineworld.
so we had to go to a
Some random
random a really independent
the West End.
indie cinema.
Yeah.
We were sitting in nice chairs.
Yeah,
It was my first
We
Tarantino
had
film.
glass bottles.
Yeah, it was
My
my
first Tarantino film in the cinema.
Me too.
It was my first experience of Tarantino, full stop.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
from there, I was addicted.
So good, yeah.
So many goosebump moments with it.
I've not seen this since we went to see it. I've not watched it again, so
I've watched it
I've not watched it again, but I just know the music.
Watched it 3 times since. It was
soundtrack's great, yeah.
It was much better the first time because of the whole mystery thing. If you know it, you're less.
Then yeah,
but it's still hilarious,
still that,
and it still gives me goosebumps. Hateful Eight, number 6. I was actually, funny story. I was in Tesco the other day, and I was who was I with? I was with someone. It was Jed. Shout out to Jed.
Shout out to Jed
Chalmers.
Yep. And I was looking at the movies, and I remember going to him. Oh, Hateful Eight, you'd like that. And a guy standing there. You might want to bleep this. You can if you want. Sat and then he just went, "It's shit." And I went, "Oh, you didn't like it?" And he went, "Nah, it's shit." And I was like, "Oh, I liked it." And he's like, "Well, you're as mental as the director then." Shit. And I was like, "Okay."
Is that a true story?
He said, "I'm as mental as that bloody director." He said, "Alright."
Okay.
I thought, how Scottish a moment was that? So there we go.
He is mental.
He is mental.
Oh yeah, but genius.
Genius at the same time.
Nonetheless.
You've
Yeah.
got to be a little bit mental to be a genius, I think.
I think you have to be a little bit mental to be in the film industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about it is you just get taken into it. Like when we came out and we were like, oh yeah, that scene
Was that 3 hours?
in the carriage, and they're in that
The opening
carriage
about an hour?
for about an hour.
But you don't. You do notice that the third time.
Yeah.
But first time, if you've not seen it, watch it. And your first time will be, it's like...
That was, remember that? That was such a good time. Yeah, like...
we took a
selfie
selfie.
and stuff, yeah.
You took a selfie.
Yeah, we did.
Do you have that selfie? We can put it up on the Good Put Twitter.
Yes!
Yeah.
I will do.
And I'll put that right.
Yeah, boys.
You in number 6, is it? 6.
It's my number 6, and it is Chronicle.
I've not seen it, but I wanted to.
I have it on my computer.
I feel like it'd make me sick.
Chronicle. It really?
It's just handheld.
Oh, because it's handheld.
Yeah.
It. What's his name? Josh Trank. He was the guy that took over directing the new Fantastic Four. Failed miserably.
I heard it was horrendous. Yeah.
Failed miserably, but we won't hold it against him. So anyway, this was his. It was just so smart. I went with my friend to see it. We were going to go and see something else. Sold out, and so I was like, what else is there?
And it's your number
And
6.
she was like, Chronicle. I was like, right, okay. Went along. Loved it.
That's a good story.
Heard millions of great things.
It's Dane DeHaan. I love Dane DeHaan. He's Harry Osborn in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
right. Yes.
The acting's good. Good story. It's like superhero, but it's not like it's
a real
so
superhero.
you could believe that actually happened.
I want to see it.
And the handheld thing makes it really cool.
now it's time for top 5.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, now I should say pretty much anything on my top 10, but mainly my top 5. These could be ranked in any order.
Yeah, fair.
And I could, depending on the flavour of the month, any of these next 5 films could be
Flavour of the
my
month.
number 1.
Fave.
Let's be honest, I'd be happy to see any of these 5 films to be my favourite film.
Fair.
My number 5 is Star Wars: A New Hope, Episode 4, the very first and original Star Wars. I think it's just sets the tone, and I think back to like if you were alive back then and you would see
that
it,
opening scene.
but what are you thinking before it? It's a brand new thing.
Star Wars. Well, it was sort of set up to be a bit of a flop by a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's set up to be the most bizarre thing ever, and it is pretty much. And you go in thinking, "Oh, this is going to be ridiculous." And
Imagine seeing all those things. I mean, what the hell is this bucket and this golden man?
77.
77.
Yeah.
77.
77.
They were
and
totally
Empire Strikes Back is 1980. Makes sense. 3 years between them all.
Oh, right, okay.
I
I was thinking about that last night, and I watched the opening scene last night.
Yeah.
New Hope. Yeah.
Who was I saying that to? I was like, what if you're alive back in a certain time? Like, what are you thinking when you go see these things?
I know. I thought that
And
last
Star
night.
Wars, it makes you think now, like, when you go to see a film like Force Awakens, when I went to see it, I was like, what is this going to be? And, but I already, as a Star Wars fan,
You sort of knew,
what if you went with nothing, you'd seen nothing? You know
Because
what I
I
mean?
feel like nowadays we're so accustomed to things like that. I feel like there's nothing that can come out that we'd be like,
Totally shocked
oh
by.
my god, that's
Yeah,
like
must
so
be.
unheard
But
of.
back then, it's like fucking, there's
Yeah.
ships going about. I mean, I know Star Trek was a thing on TV, but other than that,
I think
you know?
it's the best opening scene in cinema history.
You
For
think-
what it did, for the impact they must have had. Spaceships. I mean, the pans in
Yeah.
space. You're like, they must have been like, what? They're in
Then there's
space.
this big gun battle,
A
and then
gun
this
battle,
big
it's lasers?
figure walks out in this
Darth
big black
Vader.
costume. You're like,
It's Darth
holy
Vader.
yeah.
For the first time. But best opening scene.
But do you think people think when he walked out? Do you think people were like, he looks very stupid, or do you think they meant he looks very cool?
Well, considering he was only in that for about 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
he became the most popular action figure ever. They must have been like, "Whoa, this is cool."
Yeah.
And he's choking a guy.
It'll be the voice as well. And things
Well, yeah,
like
the
that.
voice
And
needed to be. Remember,
James
you
Earl
see
Yeah,
me
Jones.
'cause-
without the
yeah,
voice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. That's funny. Seeing behind the scenes stuff, and it's like
What's his name? David Prowse.
Dave Prowse. Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
watch
met
it,
him, yeah.
when you watch it, you can almost tell that everyone on set is a little bit like, I feel a little bit stupid.
But and also with that film, it feels like they're all saying, "Let's just try this."
Yeah, they're like.
Whereas every
"What
other
is
film, we
this?"
know this works now, but they're just trying new things, and I think it's a greatly made film. And then it's like they're also trying to build new stars in Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher, and they do. But like they're thinking, it's like Indiana Jones. It's a bizarre idea, but they're trying to build someone like Harrison Ford. Where this is like, let's get 3 new actors and let's make them big stars. But then we forgot that the actual film became the big star. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The film
Star Wars.
thing, yeah. The film, the whole idea became the big thing
Yeah.
out of that.
Yeah.
Other than the characters. So
And I always think Harrison Ford did the best, but he probably did the most acting jobs. But I forget Mark Hamill is the Joker.
The Joker.
the Joker. Yeah.
And Carrie Fisher
He's the
is a coke-addict. A coke-addict. And we love that.
But yeah,
I
and
love that.
Star Wars: A New Hope, or the original working title, Star Wars, or Blue Harvest as it was called.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Nice. Number
That's
5
number
for
five.
me is. Now, this isn't really a film. It's the Keith Lemon sketch show, David Dickinson scene. Number 5. What's wrong
He
with that?
been. I wasn't sure if you are you. I don't know.
Hang on a minute, you're being silly.
Yeah, he's been silly.
I watch it all the time. I can't get enough of it.
It's not a film.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm having you on.
The Keith Lemon sketch.
Right, number
Keith
5
Lemon sketch.
is Pulp Fiction for me. We've already discussed it.
Pulp Fiction. yes.
I can watch it again and again and again. The best, maybe that's the best opening scene.
Maybe, yeah.
Bish bosh,
Beach Bosh.
who knows? I'll tell you a funny story about that off record. We'll move straight on.
Moving swiftly on to Euan's number 5.
Number 5, Kick-Ass.
Really?
Oh.
Did not see that one coming.
Have I seen that? Is that with Drake Bell?
No, that's a superhero movie.
Ah,
Which I love.
Superhero movie.
then I haven't seen
Different
Kick-Ass. I have not seen it.
Kick-Ass is very good. It's so violent. So violent, so crude. Everything about it is just awful, but it's really good. It's just a super. It's like if someone actually is what happened would happen. What
Someone-
would happen if someone actually wanted to be a superhero?
Yeah,
a vigilante.
it's realistic.
Yeah, it is very.
This is killing me.
But people singing outside.
Shout at them. Shout at them. You want me to shout at them?
I'm going to shoot at them.
Can I shout at them?
We're trying to record something.
Just say shut it.
Dad.
Shout.
No.
Right, fine.
Who shoot at me?
Edit that out.
Right, carry on. That was Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass, yeah, and Chloe Moretz is in it, who's awfully hot now.
Very hot now.
But it's
Awfully
weird.
hot now.
You can't say that because in the film she's like 11.
Yeah.
But she's sitting saying words like bleep it, and
Yeah.
Sake.
she's like, she's literally her first line is, what is it? It's something like, "Is that all you've got, you?" or something like that. That's literally her first line
In movie.
in
Yeah.
in the movie. Yeah.
She's in Bad Neighbours too.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah.
She was in the Fifth Wave or something.
Yeah, Fifth Wave. But she goes out with Brooklyn Beckham.
Really?
Does she?
Yep.
Wow.
He could do better because he is gorgeous. Let's be honest.
Aye.
Okay, well she's pretty nice too.
She
No,
could
she's
do.
gorgeous as
She
well.
could do better.
Probably. Sorry.
Me.
Alright.
on the good
Oh no, actually, I seen Kick-Ass 2 in the cinema.
I didn't.
And actually, after I seen it in the cinema, I was like, I love her.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Good
probably
film.
why it's in my number 5. What? No. That sounds awful.
Moving
I think
on.
she's a good actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Good
won't dwell on
talent.
her. She's 11 in the film or something.
No, I don't mean.
Alright, we get you, we get you, we get you.
F*** off.
We get you.
Okay. My number.
Pedophile.
If you're
Anyway.
listening, Chloe, I don't mean anything of it, right?
Before we go any further, I just received a text message from the good bit, and by the way, his number one fan, Leanne McMaster. Hello, Leanne. Enjoy your summer. I'll come visit you in Oban soon.
Is she coming today?
No.
Oh yeah, she's an open.
So she's here in spirits. How are you, Leanne? Shout out to you.
Hi,
Did
Leanne.
she just say, give me a shout out?
Yeah.
Right. Classic.
My number 4 is my favourite comedy of all time. My number 4 is Airplane from 1980.
Right, moving on. My number 4
Shut up.
is
Just fucking. I feel as if I need to watch it now because last time I watched it was maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, I watched it and I loved it then, but now just my whole love for comedy has changed and I'm older now, and do you know what I mean? It's just it's going to be better now.
I watched it after I met you, Chris. I'd seen it
I
before.
think you told me that, yeah.
I'd seen it before. I'd seen it lots of times before, and I loved it. It was my one of my favourite films. And then, but I hadn't seen it in a while, and I met you, and we started talking about it, and I was like, "I'm gonna watch that." We watched it. We started talking about it again. I love it.
I've not watched it recently because we were going to watch it because I'm going to prove to you that it's the best comedy ever.
Yeah, you haven't even watched all of it.
Oh, I couldn't.
I bet you've watched 10 minutes of it and you turned it
I
off.
watched 3/4.
How can you turn it off after
You
3/4?
definitely didn't watch the.
Even if you're watching a bad movie, you don't turn it off after 3/4.
Watched it right here.
If you watched 3/4, you would go to the end. You definitely didn't watch 3/4.
I'm serious.
No,
It's only on for like an hour and 40 minutes.
don't believe.
I watched it an hour.
It's an amazing film. If you've not seen it, it's an absolute classic. The comedy is timeless,
Yeah.
and the timing of
Leslie
every
Nielsen,
line
R.I.P..
is amazing. Leslie Nielsen, who arguably the best comedic actor of all time.
Sorry, I was talking over you there. Sorry, I
That's
didn't
right.
mean that. I didn't mean that.
No, it's okay. Talk over him. He's so
No,
please.
no. Well, okay, it's fine. I'll just talk about Airplane.
What are you
when
doing?
we get to me.
Absolutely. Okay, number 4.
My number 4. This is also not such a popular one. It's not a classic, but it is August, Osage County. August, Osage County.
Just because it's Meryl Streep, right?
I've never heard of it.
Aye, come on.
Kidding.
I've never
You
heard
were
of
just
that.
doing that to us. God.
It is because it's Meryl Streep, but it's a play, and
really?
it's got a fantabulous cast. It's got Ewan McGregor, Julia
really?
Roberts, Meryl Streep, Benedict Cumberbatch, all sitting around the table. It's very intimate. All the actors are together. Meryl Streep is. Oh, for
How does that have a deal with that?
I live with. Shut it! Right. It's got Meryl Streep. She's.
The soundbar went.
That's gonna be really painful news. Sorry. Wait, did it stop?
No, it's still good. Go.
Meryl Streep is mesmerising. She's playing a. Oh, watch it.
Meryl Streep is Aron's favourite.
Meryl Streep, my favourite. It's my only Meryl Streep film that's on this list.
Oh, really?
Because her films aren't necessarily amazing, but her performances are all amazing. And in this film, her performance makes the film because it's a play and it's intimate, and I love it. You should watch it.
Go on, Euan.
Well, my number
I've got a
4.
feeling what your number 4 is.
It isn't.
Oh, okay.
It isn't.
Ah.
But anyway, number 4
You have
is
3 Airplane.
what?
Just number 4. Don't confuse
No, I
them.
didn't give it away because it's a microphone and I made a hand gesture,
And it's
so they would not have known.
don't
Aaron.
confuse them. Your number 4
My
is
number
I feel
4.
like I'm getting ganged up on.
My number 4 is The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh,
Yeah.
right up there.
A little bit of Leo
By
DiCaprio,
my
a little bit of Jonah Hill
By my side.
side,
Little bit of
Where
Matthew
about
McConaughey.
Margot Robbie
Margot.
in my bed now.
Oh, it's just got everything.
Oh.
Celebrity crushes Margot Robbie.
Prawn cracker. Anyway, yeah,
Oh, she
yeah,
is
it's just
prawn
really
cracker.
good. I like it. I want that lifestyle.
If I get asked the question, if I could play one movie character ever, I would play Jordan Belfort from
Really?
Jordan, my name is
Wall
Jordan
Street.
Belfort.
Margot Robbie. You look like Leonardo DiCaprio and you have all of his money. And it's a great movie to be in.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Scorsese.
And
Scorsese.
We watched it.
Which I think overlooked.
Yeah.
I think
I've
you
watched
can
it
overlook
since
that
then,
as well. That's a
actually.
big deal. That it's Scorsese. Do you know what I mean?
It's not a typical Scorsese
Exactly.
film,
Yeah, that's why
is
you
it?
sort of be like, you're like, oh, is that Scorsese?
Yeah, just enjoy. It's a really good film.
Cool. Top 3.
Yeah.
My number 3
Shoot.
is Rush Hour by Brett Ratner, 1998. Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, and in my opinion, the best relationship between two characters in a film ever. The nature of it is it's much like Grand Budapest Hotel. It's fast paced, it's witty, it's the action scenes are great, the fight scenes are incredible because it's Jackie Chan.
Yep.
And I love it how it's like not really your stereotypical classic film, but it gets away in that company with classic films.
Oh yeah.
And it's just a childhood favourite. I went to see Rush Hour 3 in the cinema with my friends as part of like a big like birthday get together in 2007 when it came out. And I was like, I gotta go watch the first one again. And then I'd seen it before, it was a childhood favourite, and then I watched it from 1, 2, 3 in a row. And I was like, this is the best trilogy ever. 'Cause I hadn't really I'd watched Star Wars, but maybe didn't appreciate it to a certain degree. I should have, but Rush Hour is my number 3 because I just think it's the best double act in the history of cinema.
Fair enough.
What the
This
hell?
is ridiculous.
What the hell? Does this happen often?
Yeah, but trying to do a podcast.
What have you watched the TV series?
Is there a TV series?
I didn't. I recorded it, and my dad said it wasn't great, and I thought, I mean, it's tarnished anyway.
You don't want it to ruin.
You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm
Is it tarnished?
I don't know. I got cancelled for season 2.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So,
Everything's getting cancelled.
but they literally just went. They've got another Chinese guy and another black guy.
And they're just doing the same stuff?
The same story.
What?
So it was Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker in the original films. For the TV series, they got another black guy and another Chinese guy. And doing the same
What's
story.
happened to Jackie Chan?
Nothing. He's just old now.
Really?
Yeah. You see the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith. He can hardly walk.
Really?
Yeah.
He's 60 or something like that.
And that's the bit of shit he does, man.
He's and he's got so many injuries.
Does
Like,
he?
He's
Just from
broke
blows.
his- he's watch interviews with him. He's broke
Is
so
he?
many things from doing. Yeah, because he does everything himself,
Yeah.
and he's been doing it since he was about 20.
Yeah.
Like,
Just watch Rush Hour, yeah.
His old films are great. Like,
Yeah.
but it's funny because they're dubbed like, and then he's like, what?
Yeah,
it's like,
English.
And then
my
over
name
it's like-
is
it's like-
Matrice. Yeah. But yeah, Rush Hour number 3.
Classic.
Nice.
My number 3 is Star Wars Force Awakens.
Ooh.
Girl.
Because that for me sort of represents Star Wars.
In general, yeah.
Because
Mason, I think it was Mason.
there's Mason. We'll open it in a minute. Snapchat from Mason. It's sort of because when you watched it, you were just all about Star Wars for 2 hours, and it was the best 2 hours of your life. The first time you watch it, don't deny it. I said that all in one breath.
And I love the hate it gets because it's so ridiculous.
What?
It's just a sequel to 4. But it's not at all. Can I just say? There's elements to it, yes.
If it?
Oh, it's just the same as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, of course it's a sequel, but I mean
The first time I watched it, I
Remake,
didn't pick up on that at all.
Me neither.
And then it was number 1.
Yeah.
But I have picked up on it. It's not a flaw particularly, but I could see why people think it's a flaw.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not a flaw.
A flop or a flaw?
A flaw. It's definitely a flop.
A flaw
I
in
couldn't
terms
tell
of
what
it.
you were saying though.
Sorry, I'll not muffle my
Diction.
word.
So last day today.
Yeah, sorry. Because that improves your diction. Last day of college. Last day in this room, people.
Yes.
In Hollis.
Yeah, but
We're at Aron's place today.
Yeah. But anyway, Star Wars Force Awakens.
do want it mine someday.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll watch Chronicle.
Chronicle, yeah. It's just bad than other ones.
Yeah. Yubo.
Number 5.
3.
Number 5. Number 3.
He's got a head injury.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Yes, it is. It's aeroplane.
Yeah! Oh, I thought you were going to say Birdman.
Airplane.
Airplane. Love it. I don't know how much I can add to what Chris said.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You have to. It's an acute. It is an acute kind of. No, it's not even an acute kind of comedy. It is just funny. It's stupid.
Tell you what. I'll watch it again with an open mind at yours.
You watch it with us.
That's what we're going
And
to do.
see when we're laughing at it, and if you need, we'll explain it to you.
You know what? It might be
Pause it and
better.
break it down for you.
It might be better with people laughing.
So
I
this
might
is
laugh.
funny. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like He-Man
He
there.
did that.
If I were a cynical man.
Anyway, yeah, we've
I
talked
take
about
my
it.
coffee black.
like my man.
See, I'd seen that on Facebook a lot before.
Surely you can't be serious.
Yeah.
I am serious. Don't call me sure.
All these men have to go to a hospital immediately. A hospital? What is it? It's a big building with patients. That's not important right now.
Okay, that's funny.
You ever been in a cockpit before? No, sir. You ever seen a grown man naked?
Smoking or non-smoking? Smoking. Gives them that. It's on
Smoking.
fire.
And then it keeps going back to the cab.
He's
This
on
that way,
at the
1,000.
Brilliant. Cannot wait to watch it again with Aaron.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, now. Right,
Three.
sorry guys, that's all we have time for. We'll watch airplane.
Is it?
My number 2. Use the space. Dan.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Well, he just gave it away.
Jaws.
Yes.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what to give away.
Dan. 1975 was Jaws.
Yeah, I thought it'd be
Robert
number
Shaw.
one. I thought it'd be number
Richard
one.
Dreyfuss. And the other guy. Jaws.
Jaws.
Just when he thought it was safe to go back in the water.
He is the sexiest man alive in that film, isn't he?
Yeah.
With a cigarette
Oh god, it's the best. It is
and that.
every single time it's on. Doesn't matter what point in the movie it's in.
Yeah.
I still watch it.
Yeah.
It still interests me.
Yeah.
I've seen it in like more than 10 times, guaranteed.
You know what? That probably should be on my list too.
And it's just like it's so interesting. I know what happens. I know who dies. I know the shark gets blown up at the end. But spoiler. But I'm still like, oh my god, the shark could get me here. It's that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the acting I don't even think about, but then you go, oh my god, it's so good. Jaws.
Yeah.
Jaws. And I think it's just the idea of being trapped on a boat surrounded trapped on a boat surrounded by this massive creature with 3 guys or 2 other guys that you hate.
I'm trapped in my boat.
There's a movie called The Call with Halle Berry. Halle Berry. And Halle Berry. I've got
Halle
a girl.
Berry.
M.
Halle
Night
Berry.
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
We've been doing this podcast for too long. How long has this been?
An hour and 6 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
It's a
Yeah.
long one, isn't it?
Well, it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
That's what she said. Jaws. So there's just something about being stuck on a boat with 2 guys that you hate trying to survive, and then you see one of them die, and one of them goes underwater and doesn't get back up, and you're just kind of like, I need a gun.
I need a gun.
I
You
mean,
don't need a bigger boat. Just improv line.
yes.
You know.
That's my dad's text tone. No mind his previous on Dexter. His is going to need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. Did you know the story behind that? Of course you were.
Yeah.
Because he kept saying we're gonna need a bigger boat. Bigger boat. We're gonna need a bigger boat in takes to be funny. As in at the end of the line, you go, we're gonna need a bigger boat, and everyone would laugh. And he said it there, and no one laughed, and they liked it, and they kept it in.
Yeah, and
Love it.
in lots
It
of
became-
scenes he would say it.
Yeah. Became one of the most famous lines in film.
Yeah. So number 2 is Jaws.
My number 2 is The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, really? That high up?
Oh, girl.
It's got
It's
everything.
a bit
you need.
long for my liking.
Nope. It's got everything you need in the
Really?
film. It's got women being beautiful. Better save it there. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio.
Being
It's got
beautiful.
Being
being beautiful. It's got Matthew McConaughey being. I can't describe it. It's more than beautiful. The story behind that. I watched that scene twice a day. And, no, I'm serious. I literally watch it most days. That scene. I don't know why. I just and it looks beautiful. It kind of inspires you to just live life. Obviously, don't do drugs. But
Leo's performances.
Leo's performance is mesmerizing. What else about it?
Any brand new Porsche.
It has a message about greed and wanting more, and
It's amazing, yeah.
The scene.
I cannot. I would
car.
watch it. I can watch
Yeah.
it again and again and again and again. I love it.
My favourite scene in that film is the one where she wakes him up with the water.
Don't you dare!
Don't you dare.
Yeah.
Number 2, Euan.
Number 2 is 2 O's and a 7, 007.
Oh!
Skyfall.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because
Wow, I didn't expect that out of your mouth.
great story.
Yep.
great villain. Javier Bardem.
He's scary.
Javier Bardem.
Once again.
But he's creepy.
Creepy scary.
Creepy scary. He's good scary. He's got his bad teeth thing. He takes his teeth out. You seen that bit? It looks like Gollum. But yeah, no, I really like it. I like that whole Daniel Craig series. I like Spectre. I know people weren't particularly fussed about it. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Skyfall.
Yeah.
I
think everybody did.
I think that's why. I think Skyfall done so well that it'd be hard to top it. And that's why.
My least two favourite singers are Adele and Sam Smith.
Same.
And they did the soundtrack to Skyfall and
That's
Spectre.
because they've got that.
I hate that.
You know what I mean?
No, but
It kind of works for both films, but you know.
my favourite is
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
And
That one, amazing. The best. That's my favourite Bond movie. Casino Royale.
Casino Royale was good. That's when I seen that in the cinema. Went with my dad.
Yeah.
Started it all
So
again.
with my dad.
Started it, the whole thing, because I'd obviously seen Pierce Brosnan. I'd seen Sean Connery. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, do you want to go see this? I was like, what is it?
When? What? Do you know what time of year it was?
Solid in the cinema.
Well, I don't know when it came out. Like,
When did it come out?
I don't know.
2006.
It'll be the same
Is
time.
it? Yeah, it was 2006, but I don't. Yeah, we would have went at the same time.
Sorry.
Year and
Stupid
Same
question.
day.
Stupid question.
Yeah, and my dad was like, "Oh, it's James Bond." I was like, right, okay." I was like, "Fucking Pierce Brosnan, right? Here we go."
Yeah.
Like, I liked them, but I seen them as more like funny because
Yeah.
they're like kind of stupid. You know what I mean? And then I was like, "Oh my god, so cool!" And then I was like, "Yes, Quantum of Solace." Oh.
I fell asleep.
And then I was like, "Oh, Skyfall, right? Okay." Wow. Skyfall.
Wow.
That's it.
Is Daniel Craig? He's not doing another one.
Who
I don't know
knows?
yet, man. Don't know.
David Beckham's up for it.
I don't want.
He's taking acting classes because he wants to play James Bond.
Idris
Really?
Elba.
Yeah. Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Black
I
James
don't
Bond.
want Idris Elba. I think he's overrated. I don't want Tom
He's got a nice
Hiddleston.
voice, though.
I don't want Tom Hiddleston. I think he's not that good. Sorry.
Everyone's saying that.
I don't think he's that good.
Everyone's saying Tom Hiddleston just because he played a spy in the TV show Night Manager.
Yeah, and
They're like, oh, that means he's going to be James.
and just because Idris Elba played a spy in, or some sort of thing.
Oh, it probably will be him.
Bastille.
Wouldn't it? It probably will be him. Wouldn't it?
You know who I think would be a great James Bond? Have I discussed this? with you?
Chris Moffat.
James McAvoy.
You are totally right. Spot on.
But James McAvoy, I think.
Good shout.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Good shout.
Listen to me, Hollywood. Listen.
Okay.
It's time. It's
Number
time.
one.
Oh.
Have we got any more shout outs?
Just everyone.
Alright, have we
Or
got
any more?
No.
Nope.
I'll give you my honourable mentions if you want.
Honourable mention.
I don't have any, so.
Alright.
Okay, so.
It's ones that have already been on the list anyway.
Right.
And including Bora.
Alright.
My number one.
Okay, let us guess.
No, because you'll
Describe
know
it.
it. You'll know
Describe
it. You'll know it. You'll know it.
Describe it.
Again. Sorry. We saw it in the cinema.
Did we all see it
We
together?
all saw it in the cinema. Very recently.
Last year?
Gives you goosebumps every time you see it. It
End
makes
of
you
last
very,
year?
very happy. End of last year because the force is strong in my family.
I have it.
My sister has it.
My mother has it.
You have that power too. My number one favourite film of all time as of June 2016 is Star Wars Force Awakens.
I respect that.
Boom.
Because it was mine.
Base, because
I'd say that's one of my honourable mentions.
I don't know, man. I'd always been A New Hope was my favourite one, and I went to see Force Awakens, and I just was so in love with it. Like that's all I could think about. I saw it 4 times in cinema, the most I've ever seen a film in the cinema. And then,
Yep.
that I got it on Blu-ray and I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is the best. I like this one the best. It's not the best one, you know what I mean?
Just because it was our one. It's our one.
It's our one, and Empire Strikes Back is the best made, Star Wars film. Fair enough, but to me, it is the one I enjoy watching the most. It's the one I connected with the most. It's the one that means most to me. My best movie going experience ever was that midnight screening on the same night as we all went out for dinner. Do you know what I mean? So I added to it. It was the last day of college before
It's in Christmas.
before Christmas. I don't know, man. It was just the actors were amazing. It built new stars. There was a nostalgic feeling to it. the score is the best score I've ever heard in my life, in my opinion, and it is. It's not a remake of A New Hope, and I love proving people wrong with that fact. So, Force Awakens, Star Wars 7 is my number one favourite movie of all time as of June 2016.
I like that fact.
Nice.
Mine, I don't know what I'm looking at it, I know what it is. I'm going to just double check because
It's changed.
Mine is, well, it's a film about acting,
I know what it is, yeah.
but it's also a film about flying rats. It's called Birdman. And
Michael Keaton.
Zach Galifianakis, Naomi Watts, Edward Norton, Emma Stone, Edward Norton, who is my favourite in it. Birdman, if you don't know it,
he's great in Grand Budapest.
he is weird in Grand Budapest, isn't he?
I
But
know he was in it.
in Birdman, he sort of plays an echo of himself, because he can sometimes be known to be a bit. If you don't know what the film's about, it's about basically a group of struggling-ish actors and creative people trying to put on a play on Broadway, and it's seemingly shot in one take.
Yeah.
Obviously not. It's impossible.
There's like 3 camera cuts the whole film, man.
You can't see them visibly, but there is 3 visible camera cuts in the whole film, and it is. I don't get bored of it. I just keep watching it. The way it just moves and it keeps moving around the theatre, and I love theatre, so it's just like if that film was advertised today, I'd be like, that's my perfect film, and it is. I think Michael Keaton is
and I won Best Picture.
And I won Best Picture. And Find a Fault.
Yeah.
Find a Fault. There isn't one.
Cool. Nice.
Birdman.
Nice.
Or the unexpected virtue of innocence. Ignorance, I mean.
Nice.
Innocence.
Okay. My number one is...
Describe it.
For me, The Dark Knight.
Low!
Oh,
Low!
Because I could watch it anytime. No, I don't know how many times I've seen it. I've seen it loads of times. But I could watch it anytime and still have a sense of mystery about it, and still feel like I don't know what's going to happen, even though I do, and I don't think I could ever get bored of it, just because I could watch it and I could I like.
You know the way you laugh.
I still feel like I don't know what's.
You laugh at how good it is. You know what I mean? Something like Heath Ledger does something, you just go.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do
Wow.
that. Yeah, and I do think that it's probably not as. It wouldn't have. I do think it wouldn't have been as successful had Heath Ledger stayed alive.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think if he stayed alive, there wouldn't have been as much buzz around it.
Okay, yeah.
But
I get
think
you,
he still would have been as good.
Yeah.
But there wouldn't have been as much. Oh my god! Oh right.
Wow, this
Everyone's
role.
like, I have to go and
Gotta
see
go and
this
see
now,
his
blah,
role.
blah,
Yeah.
blah. But yeah, when you do think about it, especially now that we've started acting, we've started the class, and you think about how much he would have had to go
And you
into,
know
and
how
how much
hard
he
it
would have
is.
had to do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you think,
How?
oh, I can probably see why he took, why he took his life. Well, he didn't take his life, but you know what I mean. Why? Yeah, why it messed
He
him
ended
up
up like that.
Too much.
But
But for the sake of.
and so that's dedication,
Mhm.
and I think that's it as well. Christopher Nolan, I like him. I think everything looks really good.
Yep.
Christian Bale, and I like Batman. Batman's
Yep.
one of my favourite.
The original Batman, not the original Batman, but the
Michael
1989
Keaton
one is on my mentions list.
Oh.
That's good as well. With the Joker, with Jack Nicholson.
Ah, yes.
That's good as well. That's a classic.
Good
Yep.
stuff. Good, love it.
There we go.
There you
Oh,
go.
wow,
There's
that's
15 of the best films of all time,
In our opinion.
in our opinion, in our order.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do this twice a year now. To say that I'm going to do this at Christmas time to see how the list has changed.
Twice a year?
Yeah,
Okay.
my list changed. If you'd asked me this, I did it by the way. My top 10 films of all time, and maybe there's like 7 films that were on that weren't on this.
Tell you what, we'll do it in Christmas.
Yeah, well, no,
Skype
me
no,
and
well, Skype
you
me.
will. You're not
Skype
gonna-
me and I'll do that one. Phone me.
Okay.
Don't Skype me. There's no point Skyping because they might be able to see me.
Yeah, but if I Skype you, then I can record it.
Skyping better quality.
It depends.
It depends.
We'll figure it out in December.
We will off record.
6 months time.
Mhm.
So yeah, anything else you want to mention before we go? Because it's been a long one. If
It has been a long.
If you've sat through the whole thing, well done.
Wow. Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We don't have time for the misery corner,
at
but
That's what.
That's alright.
I went through my
you've
yeah,
done well.
Casino Royale.
Union's preparations, yeah.
So
Well, it's been a great year in college.
oh
and
yeah,
this is our last
It's
day
our last day.
Yeah.
for our very first year.
I'm gonna go and get drunk with the lecturers.
Woohoo!
But we will be back.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at CM42TV, or you can also find me on the By the Way podcast, which is on
Always is.
iTunes.
iTunes.
Follow it at By the Way Pod 2016. Where can they find you, Aaron?
You can find me. I was stretching. You can find me at Aron_Dochard at Twitter, sphere.com. You can find the good bit at
It's right. So we've been saying Good Bit Pod.
You remind me at the end of
It's
every-
at the Good Bit Pod.
At-
We've been giving it wrong.
at the good bit pod. The link will be in the description. I'm sure I won't do it, but Chris will.
Ewan's Twitter is Ewan.Fergo at the Twitter.
At the Twitter.
You need to get Twitter.
I don't have Twitter, but you can find me at 35. That's where I stay.
Is that wise? Oh well.
Nope, that wasn't wise. So
I know.
yeah. So anyway,
You just give away. Whoa.
you can find
You
me
did it so confidently. 35 on anytime you want to go.
anytime, ladies and gentlewomen. Yes, you can find me at Euan Ferguson
on
Facebook.
on Facebook.
and
Yeah,
Instagram. No,
Instagram. Don't have Instagram.
you've got Snapchat though.
Ubo Fergo, all lowercase, EUBOFERGO. Ubo Fergo. Probably don't want to add me on Snapchat because I'll make your life a misery. But
Misery.
Yes,
corner.
he will.
but you'll love it.
I love your Snapchats.
Well, thanks.
They make me happy. We had a Snapchat streak one day. It was 83 and we lost it.
No.
Alright, so next time, my name's Chris Moffat.
My name is Aron Dochard. I don't know why I did it so fast.
It is I, Euan Ferguson.
It's not plugged in.
Thank you very much for listening to the Good Bit Movie Podcast, and we will see you all very soon. And that was movies.